How'd you feel about the performance tonight?
I think it was a great team performance, honestly. We had a few guys in double figures. Obviously, games like tonight, where as a team, we probably don't shoot as well as we want. There were a few, kind of minute exchanges where, for 3 minutes they, capitalized on some of our mistakes, or they got it out in transition and kept the game close. And Blake's aggressiveness, Drummond's aggressiveness, Bullock making some tough ones down the stretch. Game was a lot closer than it felt, but it was more or less on us just getting better, just executing, especially down the stretch. But I feel like we had some good instances where we played hard and got out in transition. Just a few shots didn't fall where some dagger threes that just would have made it an 11-point game to a 14-point game, and they called timeout. It went from an 11-point game to like a 7-point game. There was a foul call here and there, and just slowed down the game. But other than that, it was a good performance.
You had 13 points in the third quarter alone. What was your mindset coming out of break?
I just take the shots that they were giving me. Obviously, some were contested, but didn't really see the hand there at this point. Just trying to shoot the shots that have been there for the last few games. Some contested, but like I said, me taking some of those shots made the defense come out a little higher, then created some other opportunities for my teammates, which felt good. But like I said, we just want to keep the offense with the ball moving, but obviously utilizing some guys' unique talents. That's where the focus is.
You knew these shots would fall sooner or later. You've been doing this your whole life. But when it happens, 3 in a row, like 26, 28 feet, you got a little further out. Even for you, doesn't that feel pretty good?
Yeah, no, it feels good. But also I think the mindset of just taking them as well. I think you said it best, Jack. I've been playing for a few years now, not as much as some of my counterparts or some of my peers, but I think managing, the way you start off the season and where you go, you try not to put, I've been saying that you try not to put too much pressure on yourself. And I think my focus became not just so much on myself, but how do I become a better leader for this team as well as the other leaders that we have. So if that meant sacrificing a game or two to really emphasize moving the basketball and getting these guys going, then so be it. That's just the unique challenge of this season for me, is finding that balance of, when to put the pedal to the gas, and, where do I to find that balance. So, it's still a task ongoing, but I'm more than willing to face it. I'm enjoying it. It's not going to look pretty every single night, but it was good to have a few shots on my end. But my teammates, they did an unbelievable job of just continuing to exude that confidence, even in the first few games when I wasn't shooting. I think it's just fun to play basketball like that when all your teammates are, supporting you no matter what. So.
When you shoot like that, all of a sudden there's 5 eyes on you instead of 2 or 3, and it does open up stuff. I mean, obviously you felt that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But even like I said, Jackie, it was some of the film I was watching, some of the shots that I wasn't taking, or even collapsing the defense, they were still there. The respect was still there. It wasn't like anybody was going under my screens or anything like that. But just taking them and knowing where they're coming from, just getting more comfortable where, guys like the basketball and where they're going to be aggressive, then finding my spots as well. But just not getting too one-sided of trying to be too much of a playmaker or too much of a shooter, just trying to find that happy balance of how do you fit in with such a unique, special team, and that's not a hard, it's not an easy task for anyone, but, it just came from just locking in and being ready to shoot the basketball, and my teammates were drawing and kicking from me.
So why'd you cut your hair? Everybody wants to know why you cut your hair.
Because I wanted to.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I'm a human. I'm a human being, so I wanted to cut my hair.
But I mean, sometimes, was it too big? Was it in your face? Did it sweat too much? That's why I cut my hair.
Oh, okay. Jackie, my hair doesn't grow in front of my face. You know what I mean? So I didn't have to worry about that aspect. But
I'm just trying to ask these burning questions.
These are burning inside of me. No, I literally, I think it was just time. I had a great run with it. It was a great afro. I'm happy I did it. Now it's time to, get back to, what I'm used to, just having a low haircut. No, not so much maintenance, I have to get out of the shower and freaking dry my hair all the time. So I feel for you women as well as the guys that have a lot of hair, but that wasn't for me. So I loved it for as long as it could go, Jackie. Thank you.
Kyrie, you gave Tommy a shout out post game for getting you in shape. Can
Mm-hmm.
you kind of elaborate on that? What did you mean?
Man, I mean, it's always great when, someone challenges you like that, especially of a respect level that I have for the past Celtics legends. And, for him to really, kind of pinpoint as me being, one of the leaders on this team, but main vocal point of his team, I had to be in better shape and as well as challenge myself on both ends of the floor. And I think he, made it very clear to me. And I caught wind of it, probably like a week ago, and it was bothering me because it was the most honest thing that anyone had said about the way I was playing, because I literally had to, try to match a level that I had been playing at last year, but also become better. So how do you do that is, I had to really put an emphasis on my body and how I was taking care of my mind, but, that was one of the realest things that I could have heard. And as a competitor, if that doesn't itch inside of you of you wanting to be better, especially when a guy, Tommy Eisen, you can't do any wrong in his eyes. If you're a Celtic, you can't do any wrong, and, and I appreciate that. And it was the truth, and I had to get in better shape, and I had to, become more dedicated to what I have been doing, but more emphasis. So, I took that. I was on the bike the next morning, Versa climber. I was doing everything possible to make sure I prepared my body for what's to come for the rest of the season. So it's a long season, just wanted to get prepared. But I shouted him out because, that was the truth. I needed it.
Thank you.
A goal of yours to play in all your 2 games at least close?
Well, that goal is out the window anyway. I probably won't be at the Utah game. I'll be at my grandfather's memorial, so I won't be playing 82. It's a goal of mine to play in every game that I could possibly play health-wise, but yeah. That goes out the window. But, yeah.
Like 78, I'm talking about like.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah. But also I think the priority is the big picture. So I obviously never want to sit out any games, but if coach's orders or the organization orders, then cool. I don't mind the rest, honestly. So 78 is a lot of games, but if I'm healthy enough to do it, then I will do it.